Welcome to Without Maps, the podcast. I'm your host, travel writer and rabble-rouser, Daniel Scheffler. For the last 2 decades, I've been working as a travel writer for publications like the New York Times, Condé Nast Traveler, and the Wall Street Journal. And I've traveled to about 130 countries. If you don't know me at all, well, now is as good a time as ever to get acquainted. I was born in Africa, bred in Europe, and now I live in America. And with this mix of an accent and as much wit as I can muster up, I shall offer you some heart knowledge. During the show, you'll get to meet my producer Chandler, who makes all the magic happen, my husband Michael, the Jersey boy I married, and our pup, Ella, a street dog from Puerto Rico. Plus, all kinds of fascinating humans from the road. The show is a delight of travel stories and some lessons from the world showcasing the humanity that I believe in. My belief is that travel is a mirror of ourselves and a reminder to have zero expectations, to let connections happen, and to avoid the preconceived ideas we foster. This show is for people willing to forego the guidebook and the map and let travel be their convoy. So, out with the biased and in with the unbidden. Please join me as I venture into the world without maps. In today's episode, we'll be going from the garden state to the garden route. Since I'm from South Africa and Michael is from New Jersey, these are the perfect stories to kick off our podcast. Part 1, Deep Dive in New Jersey. When your person says to you, "So here's the new plan. We're going to the family Thanksgiving holiday in New Jersey, not for a usual night, but for almost a week." Don't get me wrong here, I do love my in-laws, more than most son-in-laws do, definitely. There's always something to eat and a million reasons to belly laugh with them. My mother-in-law is Carmela Soprano. The hair, the jewelry, the exercise clothing. She gets up every single day at 5 a.m. to hit her nearby suburban gym, where she proceeds to make the teenagers and the young yummy mummies look weak. This also happens when she's in a bikini and we're beaching down the Jersey Shore. It's Soprano's cuisine there. Can you just hear that voice, her voice, saying, "Manakot"? Remember when Tony Soprano would come home from a night of gourmet and killings and open his fridge to tuck into some baked ziti from a Tupperware? Food never looked that perfect. And then my father-in-law, who plays the drums in a few bands around town, often down the Jersey Shore, right on the beach. He's the most easy-going person you've met in your whole life, and he takes Italian cooking to new zeniths. He's also in pool construction. Northern New Jersey Italians in pool construction.
Everybody immediately assumes you're mobbed up. It's a stereotype, and it's offensive.
When I first got into this family, I did think about mobsters. I've grown to realize that they're not exactly that. But hey, that's still a lot of concrete.
Central cab.
Can I get a taxi for 6 people?
And the cab for you, sir.
Yes.
And what is your name, sir?
Situation.
Huh?
Situation.
I know there are Jersey Shore references here, and plenty more where that came from. I judged it terribly before getting romanced by it. Snooki lied. It's not like that at all. Is she even from there? New Jersey is sort of everything you think it is, and just about everything else. It's the most populated state in the country, and called the Garden State for good reason. Outside of New York, it's hard to find this kind of diversity in almost every corner of the state. it also does crazy progressive things like add LGBTQ curriculum into school systems and legalized marijuana. But it also still conjures up the face. When I say my husband is from New Jersey, there's a certain judgy face. Let's call it the I should judge even though I don't really know why face. So stop judging and come and see for yourself. And this is totally why I want to talk to you about New Jersey. A dive, if you will, into the Italian family and its food and the pools. Okay, so in order to make a week at the family under one roof work out, well, you have to take a few extra measures. I am, of course, always the eager one here. I'm so grateful that my mother-in-law decided that scaling down when the kids leave the house would be totally crazy, but that scaling up is where it's at. This ensures the kids come home often. Now, throw in a Bellagio-style Olympic-sized pool, complete with sound effects, multicolored kaleidoscope lights, rows of lounges, a hot tub, and you have, as she calls it, the perfect final resting place. So let's talk about what is in this very Italian enclave, northern New Jersey. Besides for the famed Willowbrook Mall, the endless quota of undecoded strip malls, and then those strange jug handles at the intersections. I salute anyone who can figure them out and not drive in a figure eight for 10 minutes. I just did that yesterday. Waze won't help you with that. So what New Jersey has are dive bars. Many, many, many of them. And when I say dive bar, I mean deep dive. Once you head out west on the I-80, you're heading into some serious bonanza territory. The names of these second-to-none establishments are as good as the bars themselves. The in crowd, as you can imagine, attracts exactly that. The landmark is precisely what it is. Just ask about nobody. The Great Notch is wondrous in all its knotty pine glory right on the freeway. I couldn't find a single olive at the Stuffed Olive, but when the wings came out, the games of pool and darts evolved into something totally new. There are actually dingoes at Dingo's Den, and Basket of Cheer 2, not one, but deux, has a handy liquor store and equally convenient gambling facility attached to the bar. You don't even have to drink to make this work, because I don't drink. Dive bars don't care. So let's get down to some logistics. First off, you need your crew. 6 or so is the magic number. Not too small a group for it to seem like a sad couple on a date to nowhere, and not too big that you take over the entire bar, causing fights or just about everyone to take shelter. Get a driver at any budget, so let's call it an Uber or a chauffeur, and you can stop worrying about navigating the Garden State Parkway and those jug handles. And now, if you can add a contest into all of this, all the better. For me, I kept it very simple. I rounded up a group of friends who would say yes to just about anything with the following instructions. Go forth and find us the dive-iest dive bars in northern New Jersey, extra points for puns. And extra points if they don't have ridiculous eye-rolling craft cocktails or bartenders with that painful hipster manner. Oh, before I forget, a uniform uniting your little flock gives it just enough of a special touch. Luckily, my father-in-law has t-shirts for all his pool workers, in a fancy light blue no less, and a lovely "We care to build it better" slogan at the back. Add a "Hi, my name is" sticker to these t-shirts and you have yourself a night to be made. You don't need to use your real names, of course. Tonight you can be whomever you want to be. New Jersey won't judge you. Little Mike sounds so much better than Michael tonight, and Chris with a K and 3 S's never sounded so good. And remember that name your parents wanted to call you, but luckily came to their senses and gave you a real grown-up name? Tonight you can parade that one all you want. The universal dive bar rule is, don't outstay your welcome. Get in, get drinks, play a game of pool, plunder the jukebox, round up your crew, and get out. Unless you want an ashtray thrown at your head. Speaking of the jukebox, it has very specific rules. I learned this the hard way, ashtray notwithstanding. Madonna, circa 1980s, is my happy place. It can turn any car ride or annoying situation into a happy, dancing, prancing joy. Who doesn't want to bob and swirl to Holiday? Turns out, most of the world. So trust me, stick with the classics. AC/DC or Queen are clear, easy wins. The bar as a collective will probably buy you some shots, or at least raise their glasses when another one bites the dust comes on. You can venture into some Leonard Skinner territory with absolute ease, and that meanders to the Altman Brothers, the Eagles, and definitely Fleetwood Mac. If you want to get into some serious trouble, go into Whitney Houston or Celine Dion ballads, but not even I would do that to a room full of people. Dive bar or not. So, this is who I met in my dive bar hunt in New Jersey. Our bartender, Anne, who for tonight wants a drag queen name like Pheromone, who is now proudly wearing a "Hi, my name is" name tag, or the man who owns one of the dive bars and decided it is also a handy place for him to show off his hoarding. I mean, he could have a TV show type of hoarding. Or the lady that comes to the bar every night after she puts her kids to bed for one glass of very bad Chardonnay, 2 songs on the jukebox, and a New Jersey lottery moneyball session. So you might not meet Anne or our friend with her glass of vino, but you won't know who you'll meet until you strike up a conversation with random people in dive bars. And don't worry, at dive bars where being shy will quickly be forgotten, even by you. I can't promise that you'll meet these people every night, but I can promise you that you will certainly meet some unexpected personalities if you set aside your preconceived notions like I did. For instance, when someone, in all innocence, asks, "Why are you wearing the same t-shirts?" an easy answer is, pool team building. The face that will grace you, and I promise that face is not judgment, is unforgettable. And as you look across these fine establishments, think of how you put your judgment aside and look, they did the same for you.
Hey, Daniel.
Hey Chandler, how's it going?
Not too bad.
Fair.
Dobby wants a walk, but other than that,
Oh, Ella wants a walk.
can't complain.
It's the time of day.
Mhm.
Basically, my life is dedicated to her.
Of course.
Everything is for her.
We live for our dogs.
Chandler, I wanted to talk to you about the episode, The Dive Bars of New Jersey. I had this funny thought where I was like, does Chandler even know where New Jersey is?
I do.
Have you been to the great state?
I've seen a Paul McCartney concert at it was a big stadium. I guess it was, what is that, the Giants? I don't know what football team, I'm sorry. It was in New Jersey.
Did you just make a sports reference?
I did.
Lost on me.
But I know that an airport was nearby because planes kept flying overhead, and
Right.
I saw Paul McCartney in a big stadium, and it was his birthday. I think he just turned 80.
Okay, so it's recent?
Yeah, it's pretty recent. And we did go to a dive bar before the show.
You did?
Yes.
Oh.
And I remember the drinks were very cheap. Everyone there was very friendly, and the bartender was a hoot.
That sounds about New Jersey correct.
Mhm.
I feel like I spend so much of my time, when people find out that I'm married to someone who's from New Jersey, instinctively, the first thing that I have to do is defend it.
Mhm.
I have to say something nice about the state. And it is surprisingly nice, surprisingly interesting, and people think there's this weird monolithic idea of it, and it's just totally not that. So I'm always trying to get people to go there to kind of experience it, whether it's the shore or like Weird New Jersey, which is this magazine that has all this like bizarre stuff in it. Or you can go to the mall or the Montclair Art Museum, right? Like there's all this stuff there.
Love it.
Also, it's the Garden State. It's really green.
Mm-hmm.
They have these sort of beautiful woodsy areas.
Are there a lot of trails for hiking and biking?
Yes, all that. It has everything. It's one of those states where like it is small. It's the most populated state in the nation. It's like this lightning bolt shaped state, but it has everything from beach to city to culture to all the things, but people don't think about it like that. In fact, the kids from the Jersey Shore, which I think people associate New Jersey with that, like half of them weren't even from there. They were from like Rhode Island or something.
Well, that makes Jersey look better.
So yes, I feel like I was ready to defend New Jersey, even to you. You're not so judgmental, but still, I was like, I had the armor ready.
Oh, of course. And yes, I do think of Sopranos and Jersey Shore.
Oh, the Sopranos.
And there is Bruce Springsteen, because at the Paul McCartney show, I forgot to tell you, Bruce Springsteen came out and played with them.
Oh, of course he did.
Because I guess he was just right down the street.
Well, it makes sense. Like, he couldn't not be there.
Right, it was a Jersey show.
It's like anything that happens in New Jersey, like, he's there.
Exactly. It's the representative.
Whether it's in spirit or
yeah. But I do know that's not all there is.
Oh, that is not all there is. Michael, his family, he didn't grow up with a family where they would like go to New York. Like his family were not those people. They almost didn't want to go to Italy because they were like, why would we go to Italy? We have all the beautiful food right here in New Jersey. We have all the culture and the wonderfulness we need. Mm-hmm. Well, recently Michael went home to see his family and I did not go. And he was like, oh, I'll bring back some bagels. And I was like, from New Jersey? So this is maybe the shade that I am willing to give New Jersey. If there was any kind of shade, it's like, that is not a bagel. It's just bread. I've had the bagels. His family are very serious about it. Every moment you spend with them is about food, and in particular bagels.
Because they're trying to put their bagels on the map.
These are not bagels. These are bread rolls. Well, I've also had bagels in California, and that is not a bagel either. Right. But they don't pretend it's a bagel. They sort of, no, it's a buckwheat fermented sourdough round piece of bread with a hole in it, which is delicious, but it's not a bagel.
Right. I just came from a wedding in Brooklyn, and shout out to Frankel's.
Oh,
those are bagels.
Nice. Those are real bagels. I am a Barney Greengrass person.
Yes.
On the Upper West Side, that is my favorite. But I'm swayable.
Nice.
Now I think I should go have a bagel.
Totally. Well, you go have a bagel.
Thanks, Chandler. I needed to just tell you about New Jersey.
Sounds good. Now I want one.
Good luck getting a bagel in Atlanta.
If they ship them down from New York, they can be pretty good.
Fair.
But that's the only way.
Perfect.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Talk to you soon, buddy.
We're going to take a little break to have a word from our sponsors.
You know that feeling after an amazing trip? Your soul is refreshed, but your body? Maybe not so much. Late nights, indulgent meals, and long flights can throw everything off. That's where Organic Farmer comes in. Designed by a functional medicine physician and 2 macrobiotic chefs, our cleanses and nutrient-dense programs help reset your system, bringing you back to balance. All organic, plant-based, and free from gluten, dairy, corn, soy, and egg, because your body deserves a reset too. Head over to organicfarmer.com. That's farmer with a PH, and use code WITHOUTMAPS for 20% off your first purchase. Get back to feeling your best today.
Welcome back to Without Maps. I am your host, Daniel Scheffler. Part 2, Biking in the Garden Route of South Africa. Sometimes the best way to connect is to disconnect. With the height of connectivity today, we are more hooked up than ever. fused to the world thanks to social media, bolted to every email plus ping, and somehow left secured all due to technology that's supposed to aid us to be the best of the best. As with everything in life, an inevitable balance must triumph. And so, the need to detox from all this connectedness is unfurling into our lives. From daily switch-off times forming part of the ritual, to making time for no technology family dinners, all the way to disconnected holidays, and weekends purely dedicated to feeling something utterly new and profound. Severed. It was Albert Einstein that said, "Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving." Just a little snippet of simple advice that is perfect if you decide to spend the next week cycling around the winelands and garden route of the familiar Cape, looking to feel grounded. The balance that the genius speaks of is of course ideal for two things: staying on the bike and mindfully pedaling whilst admiring the mountains, and perhaps more importantly, finding the balance of switching off and just doing a single-minded action, a meditation on two wheels. Before the days of Lance Armstrong and New York City bike hire scheme, there was the dandy horse, or Luftmaschine, as the Germans called it, in 1818. But it was really the French who turned bicycling into an art. And by 1860, the capital of France was besieged by a culture of two wheels to parade around boulevards for coffee and hedonist delights. A century or two later, the bike as we know it is now safer than ever before and often seen as the best way to get around a city or even a beautiful landscape, like the Cape. Fitting into the trend of slower and a more mindful life of wellness, biking allows you to put away your iPhone, as you don't need to capture every moment with your camera or upload it to some sharing with the world website. Staying on your saddle is more important. Biking allows for a little free fall where train, car, plane windows do not bridle the views, and the destination can be secondary. Biking also requires very little skill. There's just a heartbeat when you put your foot on both pedals that your childhood memories come round to expedite. Perhaps the training wheels have been dumped and there's no My Little Pony sticker, but there is something else, just like riding a bicycle. Geared up, caffeinated with overexcitement, that natural wonder of Table Mountain is now behind me as I pedal along towards Stellenbosch. With about 60 kilometers per day over the next 6 or 7 days, the path is clear. Inspired by Cheryl Strayed with her book Wild, which is now a Reese Witherspoon hit, who hiked the Pacific Crest Trail, I wanted to take my bike and explore beyond Cape Town and the tourist arenas. The bike, of course, allows just the access I was after. Small back roads away from cars and up and close, personal with nature. Where Cheryl, the brave damsel that she is, confronted the mountains by her lonesome, I did decide to take along a friend. One that somehow has all the wisdom necessary. Cheryl used the road to mourn the death of her mother and gather herself again. I used the road to find a moment of stillness, a switching off from the hurried pace, perhaps mourning the end of the elusive perjurer called fast-paced that I had become a slave to. At some point, the jet set and fast pace were revered, and that's when I think we lost our way. We decided it was better to do things more efficiently, in spite of the fact that we had lost the grand art of doing things. Forget the beauty of doing something, we were too busy trying to get things done. I managed to put away my electronics and just sit on the saddle as I felt the Stellenbosch mountains come closer. The sound of the spokes tender as I methodically move my legs in a never-ending dance. The bike is the thread to the turf underneath my feet. The mountains are what stills me first. With the sun pouring down on me, the now familiar rhythm of my leg action becomes a meditation. The little dust road I'm on feels small and insignificant as I tilt my head up towards these great ranges in front of me. With no appointment reminders coming from my smartphone or driving instructions from an annoyingly accented GPS gentleman, the very act of what I'm doing becomes a pleasure. An ostrich lifts its neck and stares me down, ushering me to a simple life as he winks me goodbye. The bikes groan and the hill becomes somewhat steeper. A quintessential South African windpomp waves and unfetters its supply. With no real agenda, a gust of inspiration sets me to lay the bike down in that red African soil, to throw off my t-shirt and seek a source for cooling down. With an open gate and a few innocent sheep finding me amusing, I climb a small ladder only to discover the wind pump's treasure, a better than Los Angeles pool of unembellished water from below the ground. My bike sleeps as I jump in the bracing water, instantly claiming spontaneity and the marking of the slower, steadier life. I swim not for exercise, I swim for the wellness of something far deeper and fundamental, a celebration of water, a jamboree of the moment. Back on the bike with my t-shirt, now a scarf, the clay road leads onto a farm where fare and slumber are pervaded. In perfect synchronization, the estate cultivates all things slowly. Butter hand-churned, herb-infused teas, and bathing rituals, and somehow even the people seem at ease within their own skin. Before retiring, I wash my bike with a brush, slowly eroding the day's dust and sweat. As I take care in the simplest action, I find the zeal in the day's most mindful endeavor. The next morning, plans are executed. Biking through the pass to Franschhoek, with the Hottentots Holland Mountains gazing down from either side. The famed Franschhoek comes with its own set of perfection post-biking. La Résidence offers the perfect respite and a hideaway on their Elandskloof farm. As the day comes to an end, my bike is leaning on a tree and I'm lying in a vineyard with only the clouds floating quietly above me. As the stars come up, night falls and time escapes me yet again. For the next 2 days, I think, I spend my time on small farm roads along the coast. Besides for the mountains now in the distance, the smell of the warmer ocean and the company of tiny purple and white flowers is how the moments move by. We pass through the French-inspired little town of Stanford first, with a pop-in at the antique store Tat, and then find coffee from Peru in Streesby. For the afternoon, my bike and I sit on the nearby vacant beach, meditating with only the sea sprayer's testament. Looking up the coast, miles of sand gape and invite me to pedal along the water's edge. The bike sprays a thin efflux behind me, creating modern arc patterns in the sand, and the crabs peek out to see who's disturbing their swim. When we reach Vermakelijkheid late in the day, the spate of tiny whitewashed Cape Dutch houses encourage us to stop. The road down to the town is the color of beach sand and the vegetation is rank and friendly. In the distance lies the Indian Ocean, and beyond that, the promise of Antarctica. But for now, the bike, my friend, and I are just here sweating from all the pedaling. Biking, the perfect switching off, around the Cape gave me exactly what I craved: stillness. As I took out a flask of brewed coffee, I slowly unscrewed the cap and poured the draft into a stainless steel cup. The bike is between my legs. Sweat is pouring down my dust-caked face as it forms tributaries. The well-deserved coffee is in my hand, and all I can do is smile. It's just another beach view, just another coffee, and just another day. But this time around, I am in the stillness of the moment, experiencing every second anew. Of course, the bike agrees.
Hi, Chandler. You there?
Hey, Daniel.
Okay, so you haven't been to South Africa. Have you ever been to South Africa?
Negative. It's on my list.
Okay, well, there's this amazing place on the coast. So it's like Cape Town. And if you drive out of Cape Town to the east, you're on this, what they call the garden route. South Africans say route, but it's route. And you drive east out of Cape Town, and then you go over this beautiful mountain pass, and then you're in this, it's sort of a little California. It has that sort of coastal, beautiful small towns, and like rich in culture and history. And my family has had a home on the garden route for like 100 years. And when people go to South Africa, it's like they skip this piece. So when I grew up, you would either go, if you were from Cape Town, you would go to Hermanus, which is this little town. It's like an hour out of Cape Town. And if you were from Johannesburg or from Pretoria, you would go to Plettenberg Bay, which both of these places are on the garden route. It's magic. There's like forest, ocean, farmland, and it goes into the Karoo, which is kind of the high desert, semi-arid part, and then into arid part of South Africa. It's magic. I've gone there my whole life, but this time I went biking there, which you would love because you're Mr. Active.
Yes.
And you can kind of stop and stay at these farm stays in people's like, it's a kind of B&B setup.
Right.
And then you can continue biking and you go through the fields and they have farm stalls, you can have lunch. And then the favorite thing is they have a windpomp, which is a windmill that pumps the water up and into this container on the farms. Like it's like this metal container above ground. But the best thing to do is to like take off all your clothes in the nude, run and jump in because it's this like fresh, beautiful water and it's these big African skies and you have the wind pump going. It's very iconic.
That sounds amazing.
You would love that.
Especially after a long bike ride.
Exactly. It is this kind of like there's so much to see in South Africa, and therefore when people go, it's like they go on safari in Cape Town and do all that. But then you sort of have to go back and just go slow, and it was amazing. I realized that a lot of things that I've been thinking about and writing about has this kind of almost self-helpness to it, like a sort of wellness thought, like meditating and slowing down. And I realized that like through travel, a lot of that has come up for me. Travel has helped me be a better version of myself. Travel has shown me how to find stillness. Travel is this like incredible teacher. So I've been seeing travel as a kind of method of self-help. And the more I think about it, the more I kind of want to write about it and inspire other people to see travel in the same way.
I love it.
We need to go to South Africa. I mean, it's hard to be friends with me and not to have gone to South Africa. It's so part of my identity, even though it's like a complicated place, like it's such an important part of who I am that I kind of drag all the friends there.
Well, let's pencil it in.
Pencil it in.
On the calendar. Even though I don't have pencils anymore. That would be on the iPhone.
Oh, yeah.
Tap it into the iPhone.
Tap it, darling, tap it. I love a pencil. I have a notebook.
I couldn't even read my handwriting anymore. It's like chicken scratch.
Oh, my hand gets so tired from writing now. Like, I had to write an application. It was my citizenship, European citizenship admin, and I had to write it by hand. My hand was like in pain. It was like in spasm for days.
Yeah. The muscles are just atrophying.
Exactly.
The longer we go into the future, I think those muscles won't even exist for like future generations of us.
My thumb will just be big. Tap, 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 tap.
Yep.
Well, okay, so I just wanted to call you to let you know that you and I are going to South Africa, and you need to like put it in your notes.
Deal.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
Thanks, Chandler. Talk to you later.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Without Maps, the podcast is produced by Chandler Mays and written by me, Daniel Scheffler. Emotional support by Michael and the best dog in the world, Ella. Until the next episode, bon voyage and happy landings. Hi everyone, I want to share something that's been a game changer for my health. Organic Farmer. That's farmer with a PH and an ER. If you're looking for top quality, plant-based nutrition, you've got to check them out. They're perfect for anyone wanting to reset their system, boost their energy, and feel their best. Organic Farmer offers a range of therapeutic programs and products that assist your body in preventing and reversing chronic disease. Their products are crafted with the highest quality ingredients, free from artificial additives, and meticulously designed to support your overall well-being. Plus, they're super easy to incorporate into your daily routine. It's like giving your body the pure, clean fuel it deserves. So, why not give it a try? Head over to organicfarmer.com, that's farmer with a PH, and use code WithoutMaps at checkout for 20% off site-wide. Trust me, your body will thank you.